Subtitles. Has anything weird happened lately? He suspects one of the 5 dragged others down after trouble to solve the mystery. Everyone shares recent adventures. After chatting with his secretary, Chris fell for her and told her so. He wanted to be with him forever, but the secretary was just shocked and said Chris didn't really know him at all. The secretary is actually an undercover, staying by the mayor's side as a secretary and engaging in secret deals. Then he left coolly, leaving Chris hopelessly in love. Chris didn't care about the secretary's past and boldly confessed again, but the secretary asked, "Am I your special friend you took to the attic?" Before Chris could react, the secretary was ready to walk away. Chris grabbed him, vowing a future together, and delegated key tasks to his secretary. This boosted the secretary's suspicion. Then came Vincent, who said had been drinking with Luke and Manny a few days ago. Well, with a woman, a hot red-clad lady appeared, captivating Vincent instantly. Her name, Sarah. Sarah wasn't ordinary. After some drinks, she invited Vincent's group to a luxury hotel, and they soon engaged in deep talk. Manny took another woman along and wandered off on his own, while Luke was just sitting by, sulking. Yet soon, Sarah truly loved Vincent and wished to have him exclusively. But to Vincent, Sarah was merely a tree in the forest. That night, he told Sarah the game was over. Clearly, Vincent had become a suspect. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Chris hurriedly picked up the intercom, only to find it was the realtor informing him the loft was up for sale. Hearing this, everyone was dumbfounded. As tenants, they had no idea the loft was for sale. The realtor mentioned that the person interested in the loft was also named Sarah. Unbeknownst, the truth was near revelation. Reluctantly, Vincent revealed the deceased was his beloved Sarah. Subtitles. He knew from the start it was Sarah's body, but why didn't Manny and Luke recognize her? It was because of that night. Manny had drunk himself into oblivion and completely forgotten what happened, while Luke hadn't even seen the body's face. It was not until this very moment, when Vincent mentioned it, that they finally realized what had truly happened. Vincent was truly clueless. After hearing Vincent's account, Chris angrily smashed a glass, while the hot-headed Philip grabbed a weapon, demanding answers from Vincent. To him, Vincent was the one who got them into this mess. Fortunately, the others quickly intervened. After all, it's just speculation. No evidence links any of the 5 to the killer. Then the scene shifted to the past. This time, it was Manny's recollection. That night, Manny suddenly approached Vincent, complaining that his wife wanted. Manny had made a fool of himself that night, and his wife found out. Naturally, she couldn't accept the truth. So Manny asked Vincent for help, begging him not to trust the woman's word. As a good buddy, Vincent couldn't bear to see him in pain, so he happily agreed. But the outcome was shocking to everyone, and as for why, we'll get to that later. The scene shifts back to now, with Chris holding a glass, blaming Vincent for their current predicament. Vincent couldn't agree more. He acknowledged that, while they didn't know who the killer was yet, they had to find a way to deal with the body. But Philip questioned Vincent. How do we get those handcuffs off the corpse? Are we cutting off Sarah's arm, or do you happen to have the key to those cuffs? Turns out, Vincent and Chris had a run-in with Philip during their escapades in Glow. They caught sight of Philip with an X on the side, and the white powder on the table was pretty telling. Clearly, Philip overdid it again. To stop things worsening, he and Vincent had to hand over all their cash. The guy reluctantly agreed not to report them, and hurriedly left. So Philip owed Vincent a big favor. Bringing that up finally calmed the usually hot-headed Philip down. After all, favors can be quite life-altering, but the truth remained elusive for everyone. As everyone was revealing their secrets, the silent Luke finally spoke up, saying he had a secret too. Luke admitted that he loved to spy on people, so he had secretly installed hidden cameras in the attic and recorded. He had categorized the videos into discs, but unfortunately, when Vincent dropped by last night, he didn't have. Therefore, Luke didn't activate the cameras, missing the moment Sarah was killed. However, Luke's sneaky filming sparked an idea in Vincent's mind. He realized that perhaps this whole thing was designed by their wives. The wives from Group X probably already knew about the attic secrets. The scene then shifted back to the past to a charity gala. Chris' wife hinted that if she chose the position, she could lose everything. There was definitely a hidden meaning there. But at that moment, Chris didn't dwell on it. Meanwhile, Vincent ran into Philip's father-in-law at the SWAT. They had a secret deal. Vincent and the brothers had bumped into Philip's father-in-law at the bar, where he was seen with a young lady. Being a well-known wealthy businessman, Philip's father-in-law definitely didn't want that to get out. So he promised Vincent that as long as he kept it under wraps, he would give him the design work on a real estate project. Vincent happily accepted, but he didn't get any collaboration invite from Philip's father-in-law till this day. So he casually brought it up in front of the wife, clearly sending a warning signal. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on more thrilling stories.